Yo, it's Akeem the Dream, your favorite podcaster on
What's
Inside
good,
the Dream, man. We are here with starting safety for the Clemson Tigers.
What's good,
Joseph
y'all?
Charleston.
What's good,
How
y'all?
you doing, man?
I'm good. I appreciate you for having me, Jay. Akeem, appreciate you.
I know you're
How you
used.
doing?
I know you're used to hearing that crowd cheering.
Yeah, I'm used to hearing that Clemson chant.
What's that Clemson chant?
CLEMSON.
Oh, they take that pause too?
Yeah.
Okay.
They take
I
that
thought he
pause.
just
They
added
take
that.
that pause.
Like,
No.
Oh,
They take the pause.
That's funny, actually.
Yeah.
Dude, we're here in Clemson in the locker room right now, and Joseph was able to give me a Tigers shirt. Like, dude, look how raw this looks on me, dude. And look at my glasses too, man.
Yeah.
We out here, man.
So obviously hearing that chant, it's a phenomenal chant. Obviously I'm a Buckeye, but I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for that.
Yeah, get out
For
of the
being a
studio.
Buckeye and every
Dude.
Clemson Tiger, but no cap. So you basically, I know this answer. Let me stop lying. I know this answer, but a lot of people don't know this answer. So when did you actually start playing football?
I started playing football when I was in 4th grade. I went to Forest City Elementary School, so I was right across the street from Lake Brantley. So I played for Lake Brantley Pop Warner. I was number 60 though. I had joined the team late. My parents didn't really want me to play at first, so I was playing flag football. I was supposed to play flag football that year, but my brother's 3 years older than me, so he ended up playing that year. And once he started playing, my folks saw I wouldn't really have a problem playing tackle football if I started playing at that point.
Yeah.
I was kind of big for my age, so they had put me in the Pop Warner League, and I got the last pickings of the number because I joined late, so they basically was
Said
like
here,
60 and up. Yeah,
Get this
So
dirty shirt. You
Yeah,
can take that.
So I just at that point I just wanted a number with a 10 times it, so I just got number 60.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then so you went to middle school in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, Teague. Yeah.
But so leaving Teague, you obviously made a decision, or your family made a decision to leave Orlando and go to Georgia, and then you went to Milton High School. How was the transfer, and what made the decision for what high school you went to?
The transfer was pretty smooth. I didn't have any problems at Milton. I went to Milton High School. I loved it, honestly. I loved it. I really loved everywhere I lived though. I love Florida, I love Georgia, and I love South Carolina. It's kind of just I make whatever of the situation. So I loved everywhere that I lived. But my mom got a job in Georgia. She got a job in Atlanta. So we moved 30 minutes from the city, and I went to Milton High School. We were really good, though. We were really good.
Yeah, they got some athletes on that roster, don't they?
Yeah. A big reason why I moved there was went to Milton High School is because the coach that they had at the time, he coached at one point. He was on staff at the University of Miami, so he had a lot of college contacts, which I liked a lot. And I looked at a lot of schools that had a good history of sending kids to college. I looked at Alpharetta High School, Milton High School, and Norcross High School, and we ended up choosing on Milton. And I haven't regretted it a day. We ended up getting better and better every single season, and then we ended up winning state my senior year.
That's actually an accomplishment.
Yeah.
All that just to look at a high school for football. I don't even think I ever hear any high school athlete checking actual other high schools to see their rate on athletes going to the NCAA or big leagues like that. And then you said you were looking at schools just for football to see which one had the highest rate.
Yeah, it wasn't just for athletics though. It was a lot of academics too.
Oh yeah, right.
And how far away from the city it was, because my mom didn't want to be driving more than really 40 minutes or so to get to the city every day for work. So we chose on Milton because they were really good academically too, which my mom liked. Yeah, and they got a lot of good players right now too. They have a lot of really good
I
players.
saw the highlights, dude.
Yeah, your highlights are ridiculous.
I appreciate it.
If you look up on YouTube, Joseph Charleston, your highlights are ridiculous.
I appreciate it.
I would not want to be hit by you, bro.
Yeah, I saw the highlights too. I just, I'm pretty sure people from Bentley are going to hate on me on that too. But we were undefeated though. But, dude, that school, dude, is by far top tier from what I saw. Because besides you, I also saw other players that came from Milton too. And, dude, they got a nice roster of guys coming up, dude. So it's actually a pretty good school academically and then also in sports, too, as well.
They got the number one player in the country right now, Milton, for his class, LT Overton. Shout out LT. Go Tigers.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
So when you started picking up football and it was actually getting really good, and you went to what I saw off of social media is something about in Indianapolis, but you became a 4-star somewhere in between that. But your first big camp was in Indianapolis that I saw, and so after getting that 4-star ranking, how did that make you feel, and what motivated you?
It felt really good. I got the 4-star after a regional camp in Atlanta. I played pretty good at the regional camp.
So you didn't get it in Indianapolis? Okay.
Yeah, I got it at the regional camp in Atlanta. They liked me a lot there. I played good, and they ended up giving me an invite to the camp in Indianapolis. I was a year younger though than everybody else at the camp. So they kind of gave it to me a little late just because they wanted to make sure everybody else that was older than me got it first.
Yeah.
So once I got it, I was like, yeah, I'm there. So I ended up going, and it was a good experience. And they're basically like, yeah, like, you're meant to be here. And after that, I didn't even have the Clemson offer at that time. After that, I ended up getting the Clemson offer probably like a month after or so. And
Okay.
Yeah. And I went on a visit because – yeah, and I went on a visit, and Clemson liked me a lot. It just felt like home. So once I went to Clemson, I knew sooner or later I was gonna commit there. I held off for a little bit, but I knew sooner or later I was gonna commit there. I ended up being their first commit
Out of that
my
year?
class. Yeah,
Okay.
For my class, I was their first commit because I knew
It was home?
Yeah. I went on a few visits to other schools and stuff like that, and I knew Clemson was home for me.
That and the gear's raw.
Oh
We'll
my-
just say that right
Yeah,
now. Or at least
gear
I
goes
look
crazy.
good in it.
The gear goes crazy.
The gear goes crazy. So that's a plus one, honestly.
I think a lot of people look good in orange, but I look really good in that scarlet. I'll be honest.
Why can't you just give me a compliment?
You from Ohio though, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. So
Yeah,
that makes
dude,
sense.
you're not a real Clemson fan, dude.
No,
I don't even
if
know
I-
why I'm doing this with
When
you,
did you
bro.
move to
You
Florida?
bandwagon.
When
when
year
I
did
was
you move to
when I was
Florida?
2.
Oh, when you
but
were 2?
my dad stays up there, so I wouldn't really say my dad, but yeah, he stays up there.
Yeah.
And so I used to go back every summer, and so I was there all the time. But I'm a Clemson fan. I am a Clemson fan.
No, you're not a diehard Clemson fan like me, dude.
I'm
I
a
ain't-
diehard Ohio State fan, but I'm a Clemson fan because of Joseph. Like, Joe, he really, like, I've known this man
Yeah.
for years. So for me to admit that I'm a Clemson fan and rooting, bro, when you guys play, I don't even know who to root for. I'm rooting for Ohio State, but, like, at the same time, if there's a play where you're doing good, I'll cheer for you.
Now, I remember we were like 12, and you always talked about Ohio State.
Yeah.
Because I remember we had history together, Mr. Clump,
Yeah.
and you always talked about Ohio State. You always wore
They
some
weren't even
Ohio
that good at the
State gear in
time.
there.
You weren't even talking about them, so I don't even know why that would be a team that you would like.
Okay, guys, let's just get you off the mic, bro.
Why?
So you won a state title your senior year, and how was that feeling winning? Because I was an athlete too, and I wish I could have won a state title or even had that race. You won the state title in Georgia. How was that like accomplishment? After high school.
It just felt good. It felt like I ran off into the sunset because it was my senior year. I didn't want to do it when I was I wanted to do it when I was a junior, but it felt good. I would have rather done it when I was a senior than when I was a junior.
Yeah.
Because it just felt good to
It's
know
like your
that.
last
Sounds
high
cool
school.
too.
yeah,
Last
yeah.
game, senior
Yeah,
year,
yeah.
you win it.
Yeah, it's my last game. So winning your last game always feels good. Winning your last game is something that everybody dreams about. You don't ever want to go off the field with people you're never going to play with again, knowing that you just lost. You want to go off with kind of, even if you're crying, you want to go off with a happy cry, not a sad cry. You want to go off with a happy smile, not a frown.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, when we were in the locker room, we were turning up. When we lost my junior year and years before that, it was sad in the locker room. So winning your last game versus losing is a whole different type of feeling.
Yeah, and especially since I know Clemson was already winning, but you already bringing that mojo that you're winning. You have a winning mindset. You already know what a win sounds like. You bringing that to Clemson probably helped the entire locker room.
Yeah, a lot of kids in our locker room come from winning programs though. Like a lot of kids have won state, and a lot of kids are used to winning in our locker room. So our whole like mindset is basically win, win, win. So we don't really think about anything else. We don't really think about anything else but winning, you know, because a lot of kids on the team come from winning programs. You know, that's all we really know.
So it's game time. Everybody's in the locker room. Everybody's trying to get hyped up. Everybody's, you know, playing that song, you know, to get them hyped up. So let's do an example. So let's say we're all three in a locker room in a sport that we play, right? Game day, right? We're about to go out, right? You know, it's go time. We play that song that gets us hyped up. You know, we're ready to go. All right, I'm gonna go first. I played "Dreams and Nightmares" by Meek Mill. So that song just starts, you know, getting me, you know, hyped up. All right, let's ready to go. So what would you say? You know, because you played basketball. I know you had that one song that you're in the locker room with your Beats studios, because at the time, you know, everybody had Beats.
You don't want me to answer this. I listened to some Chris Brown.
Oh, my God. What? Who's listening to Chris Brown before a game, dog?
Helped me, bruh.
Please give me
But
a
what'd
better
you listen to, Joe?
I say I listen to some Big 30 before a game.
Big 30.
Last season, I listened to Big 30 before every single game.
Okay.
I like Big 30. Like, he's from Memphis. He's basically, he does a whole lot of songs with Pooh Shiesty.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
and Pooh Shiesty's fire.
Yeah, Pooh Shiesty's real popular. Big 30's not as popular, but I like Pooh Shiesty, or I like Big 30 just as much as Pooh Shiesty.
Wait, Big 30, the one in the Allegations song, right? With Pooh Shiesty?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I know Big 30. Yeah, he is good.
Okay, I'm happy.
I knew it because I was like, Big 30, that sounds
it.
familiar. I was like, wait, Allegations by Pooh Shiesty.
Nah, yeah, he's real big, but he's fire. He's fire. He's probably one of my favorite rappers. Probably top 4, top 3 maybe.
Yeah, that sounds better than Chris Brown. I have no clue why.
All right, Isaac. So in high school, you were actually featured in a Netflix show, QB1.
Yeah, I was on the show.
Oh, what, for real?
Yeah, I was on the show. This quarterback, Nick Scalzo, he was on the show, and he's from Florida. He went to Cardinal Gibbons High School.
Yeah.
He ended up coming up to Georgia and playing us, and we ended up, it was a Netflix series, and I didn't realize it until he came and we were in all the press conferences and stuff like that, doing interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, bro, like I got a wire on me right now. He was.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Like,
and you're like, oh, this is happening right now.
Yeah. I was like, oh, wow. Like I was looking for the cameras and stuff like that. But yeah, I didn't really realize it. And then all the I didn't even know if they were gonna put our game on the show or anything like that. I didn't really know anything. I wasn't paying attention to the cameras like that during the game. But it came out, and people were telling me, people were asking me like, was that you? I had my what's it called, closed captioning on.
It said Joseph Charleston.
Yeah, and it was saying Joseph Charleston, and I was like, oh wow, I guess so. So I went and looked at it, and yeah, I was on there, and it was cool to me. It was fine. It was fine, but it made our school look good though. It made our high school look good. I think that attracted a lot of people to our high school, because like the field and everything, like the crowd, like even on the cameras, it wasn't even a big attendance game for our school. Like it wasn't like a rivalry game.
Exactly.
Like,
and you didn't even know.
Yeah. The people in the crowds, it wasn't even like a rivalry game. And like it was a whole bunch of, it still looked like a whole bunch of people, and it looked like a live game.
Okay. And so, you know, transferring from high school and going into college, you chose Clemson to commit to, which I think is the best. I think it was the best option for you, man. I'm being honest. But
Appreciate it.
outside of football, exactly who is Joseph Charleston? Because, you know, everything's about football in areas where you're going to college, but like people really want to like get to know their players. So who is Joseph Charleston?
I'm a genuine guy, I guess you can say. I like to hang out with my friends a lot outside of football. That's really what I do. Like I chose to come to Clemson because I knew it wasn't going to be a whole lot of distractions. It was going to be football in school, and that's what I liked. I knew like these 4 years was going to be real important for me and my future. So I wanted to go to a school that I was going to be able to lock in on, and I guess you can say like I kind of like made the best of whatever I had, and I guess you can say now like I just like to hang out with my friends now, and I like that. I like doing that a lot.
I mean, you have a certain limitation at this point because, you know, you made a commitment to a school. So there's only so much you can do, and then you have to, you know, do what you need to do. Which, by the way, as a Clemson football player, if you can give me like a short way of saying what your day looks like from the morning to the end, because a lot of people don't realize that, you know, it takes hard work to be committed to a school with a D1 offering, you know, play as good as you. So there's a big, huge commitment that people don't understand. If you can give me an explanation.
It's a whole lot of school. It's a whole lot of working out, early mornings, film study, but it pays off. It all pays off at the end of the day because you can see from our track record that we have a lot of success.
Yes.
So people are putting in work in the locker room, in the field, everywhere.
Everybody.
It's pretty good to know.
It's real competitive, but that's what you came here for. You don't go to a school like this to not compete. You come to a school like this to see what like you're made of.
Yeah, exactly. It's Clemson.
Isaac.
Why are you laughing, bro? You're an Ohio State fan. I don't even want to hear it, man. Dude, you're not wearing the shirt. Just ask what you need to ask, bro. I know you're hating, but
Yeah. So pretty much going into your freshman year, you were a freshman, and there was moments where you probably thought you were gonna start, but there were moments where you probably thought you didn't. Not starting, how did that pick your game up?
It made me realize I wasn't ready, and it made me realize that I needed to work harder to get there. It made me realize that hard work does pay off because I saw the progression in me.
Oh,
from
trust me, we've all seen it.
From when I first got there to now. So it just made me realize, and I knew that going in, but it just made me really like see it, like, because I look back at myself from 6 months, a year ago, 2 years ago, and it's like I've made a whole lot of progression. So it just makes me realize that if you keep on working, anything's possible. So it just made me realize, even if you're not there yet, hard work's gonna pay off.
Yeah. Dude, the season, I needed to ask you about that because, dude, I saw the stats from the 2019 to the 2020 season, and your stats skyrocketed, like assists, solo tackles, everything, dude. I was like, dude, that's like a success like overnight. Like, how the hell did you go up that way so quick? Or would you say, like you just said, hard work pays off, but I'm pretty sure you unlocked something else, like a hidden ability or something. Maybe you're doing something on the side besides training, that maybe yoga, meditation, something.
Are you calling him Superman?
I mean, it was multiple things. I mean, I got more snaps in, for one. I got more snaps in.
You can't tell me that's it, dude. That's like, because, dude, it was a huge jump. It's not like
hard work, Isaac.
I'm trying to think about everything. My knowledge went up a whole lot. So my knowledge just went up a lot. So it was like I was seeing things a lot faster.
And probably besides that, going to workouts every day, doing what you need to do, staying committed.
I mean, just maturity in your body, and your confidence goes up. So I think confidence has a lot to do with your game. I think when you're confident, it's hard to when you're a confident team, it's hard to get
sidetracked with other things because everybody's so committed to doing what they need to do.
It's just hard to really screw up over and over again. If you can't lose your confidence, it's hard to get beat.
Okay. And then so you didn't start, but now you're phenomenal, dude. I ain't gonna lie. You can't see in the. Who said I appreciate you?
Me.
Oh, I thought Isaac said it. I was like, boy. But no, so you can't see the trophies over there, but Joe has some trophies over there, and there's a 12th man award over there and a hustle player award. Would you mind showing the cameras?
Yeah. I started 6 games this season, so I got the 12th man award because I didn't start every game. I didn't start the majority of the game. So I got the 12th man award because they thought I was, even though I wasn't a starter, they thought that I was a good player on the team, and they thought that I made a big contribution to the team. So that's why I got the 12th man award. And then I got the hustle award just because I think they thought that I hustled a lot. Like, I never really took a play off. There was never really a time I took a play off, or I wasn't hustling, because I knew that's what was going to help me get on the field. Like,
show the cameras actually what they look like.
Yeah, let me show the cameras real quick.
They're real nice.
I can see it.
Damn.
Yeah. But I knew that if I didn't hustle, I wasn't. There's other really good players. There's other really good players on the team. So I knew that if I wasn't hustling and doing everything I could to try to, make a contribution to the team, I wasn't gonna earn my playing time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was just trying to do everything to try to earn trust and earn respect and just try to earn playing time within the team to really, just to try to earn a playing time.
Yeah, because everybody, I think the locker room will probably judge, the newbies that come in, and then you want to see what you got.
Mm-hmm.
You got to willing to show them that you're committed to this team and you're willing to put the biggest contribution you can. So you got to show out. That's just how it is at that point. And then pretty clearly shows with their awards. If you don't mind, I'll probably take a picture of that later. With me holding it. And then, I won't say it's mine, but, I like it. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, I just wanted to show them that they could count on me, and I was accountable. Like, I was a trustworthy guy, especially on the field. Like, I just wanted to show them that they could count on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so like you already stated, you only started 6 games last season, but your track record for last season speaks for itself. You had 55 tackles throughout the whole season, and you were the 3rd leading tackler on your team.
Yeah.
Out of all the 11, or there's more than 11 because it was out of the whole team. What did that mean to you?
I mean, it meant that the team, I really couldn't have done it without the team. Like, the team put me in good spots. I was put in good positions to make plays. And the hard work and the knowledge that I was getting just paid off on the field.
Right. And the team's connection is probably the most important thing, right?
Because the whole team is real close. Like, the whole entire team is real close. Like, I went to high school he's one of, like, my best friends.
Yeah.
Like, I have a son, and my son that's my son's godfather. So we're real close. And we went to high school together. I've known him since I was young. And he plays on the team now. He plays O-line here, Paul Chio. And the team
That's cool.
the team is just real close. Like, everybody's just real close. So the connection's real good, especially on the field. We know what I guess you can say we know what's going to pick people up, and we know what's going to get people going and stuff like that. We know what type of buttons to push because everybody's just real close. Like, everybody knows each other real well.
Because everybody has to hype everybody up before we get on the field because, if one person's down, then it just messes up the vibe of the whole team.
Yeah, and if you can do that, it helps being confident in knowing the person who you're going up against or who you're going up against with, like, who's by your side. Like, you know the person who's by your side. That gives you confidence that you're going to go out there and perform well, because you're confident in the other right by you because you know them.
So I seen in the CFB semifinal that Ohio State actually was prepping their whole season to beat you guys. And not to, say anything negative about you guys, but, like, after seeing that, how did that motivate you guys going into the next season?
Yeah, you's a Buckeye fan. I mean, we treat every team going into every game. We treat it the same. We prepare the same. Our preparation doesn't change. Like, the hours that were in meetings and stuff like that, it doesn't change. We don't really try to switch it up for each team. We don't try to get complacent for a certain type of team. And that's not like the first time that we've seen a video like that before. But we going into that game, we knew how much that game meant to them. Yeah. So seeing that, it just let us know how much that game meant to them because we just saw, because we could tell that they were passionate about that game.
I mean, like, dude, but it's like everybody's in a, we're not here to win. We're here to dominate, right? That's at least the mindset of everybody. So every game is treated the same. We're here to dominate no matter what cost, no matter what team they are, what stats they have. It's dominate, we get the job done, and then we go out with a bang, basically.
Yeah, we're preparing every game like it's
Super Bowl final. Honestly,
yeah, exactly. We're preparing for every game like it's do or die, because at the end of the day, with the way getting in it is do or die every week, because if it's hard to get in with losing on your resume. So we treat every game like that, like it's do or die.
And a loss hurts no matter against whatever team it is. A loss hurts regardless.
Whatever team it is, we don't want to lose. Like losing, so we're preparing every single game like it. We're not trying to get complacent, because at the end of the day, once you get complacent is when you start losing games that you shouldn't be.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, and then so basically, what does being a Clemson Tiger mean to you?
It means everything. I mean, I was the first commit, so I fell in love. I feel like I fell in love with Clemson right off the bat. Like I was the first commit, so being a Tiger means everything to me. I've probably been committed to Clemson since I was 16, and being from Georgia, it's 2 hours away. So I have a son, so I can go back and see him often without having a hard time getting back and stuff like that. And my family can come up to the games and stuff like that. They have a good relationship with parents on the team.
Yeah.
So it just worked out. And
it's a nice community too. Plus, from what I've seen, Clemson treats everybody pretty good.
Yeah, I love the coaches. The fan base is great. Like, the fan base is great. The city of Clemson, they love us. The fan base is great. Every time I see a Clemson fan, it's all love. Like they adore us. So it can't get any better than this.
You see it in the town itself. When we were driving, stopping at gas stations and stuff, you could see all the Clemson gear. Like, everybody's Clemson. Or what was it? The paw prints on the road?
Paw prints on the street.
Yeah. Everything is centered around Clemson.
What is going on?
Everything is centered around Clemson. The Clemson logo in Clemson is huge. Everything here is centered around Clemson. Like, you see stuff like Tiger Car Wash, stuff like that. Like, everything here is centered around Clemson, So it's a real homey feel, because it's just like you feel like the people here are rooting for you and wanting you to do good. It's not like they're wishing any bad on you. They want you to do good. They're trying to help you.
And they watch your back.
Yeah. Nah, they try to help you.
They watch your back, I know rivalries get, a little bit hectic sometimes. So, a couple fans out there, helping out. It can help sometimes.
So I see, actually, behind this Clemson board thing, you have 3 rings over there.
Yeah, man. Got the rings with me. I had to pull them out for today.
Yeah. And so those are rings as championship rings, correct?
Yeah.
And so after last season, what does this season mean for you guys to get to the championship and win a title? Hold on, show the camera. Show the camera what the rings look like.
Yeah, they look pretty dope.
Pull them out real quick. You can see them. Let me put them in the light.
Can you imagine going out with those rings, dude?
Yeah,
they're pretty
those
dope.
things are fire.
Might have to borrow those.
Nah, yeah, but I'm gonna just keep them on. Matter of fact. But
bring the bling out, bro.
Nah, it really means us getting back there. It means everything, just because we're focused on being the best team that we can be, and we know what type of team that we can be.
Yeah.
So our mindset is one day at a time, but we know what we're working for. These rings right here, like these is our resume, but we're not looking in the rearview mirror. We're looking in the windshield. Like, we're still trying to get what's ahead of us. Like, we're trying to move forward. We're not looking in the past. We're not living in the past. We're trying to keep pushing one step at a time. We're looking in the windshield, not in the rearview mirror.
Driving straight until we get to the destination, which is the state championships.
I love that. That was actually a
Crazy
great.
fans.
That was a great answer. I really like that. And Joe, I appreciate you. I appreciate you actually doing this. This being one of your first interviews, and your childhood brother over here letting me do it. I feel very accomplished and feel grateful for that.
Yes, sir.
I wish you guys the best of luck in the
Yes,
season.
sir. Yes, sir.
And if you guys play Ohio State again, I will be rooting for both teams.
He's such a liar. He's saying that now, but he's not gonna happen.
But just know, I gotta go. But I'm gonna be rooting for you guys no matter what throughout the season, regular season, even in the championship game. So wish you the best of luck on season. Wish you
appreciate it.
I wish you a healthy season.
I appreciate you for having me.
No, thank you, man.
Yeah, for real. I appreciate the shirt too. I'm probably not gonna take this off at least for another week and a half or two.
Nah, I appreciate you for having me.
He's being for real.
Akeem the Dream. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Clemson
Go
Tigers, let's
baby.
go!
Akeem's out. Your family is just born athletes. Your brother's in the minor leagues. He was a D1 athlete. You are at Clemson.
Yeah.
What bloodline goes through that? Because that's kind of crazy.
I mean, it was just like I kind of felt like sports was kind of just like what I wanted to be doing. It kind of felt like that's what I should be doing like my whole life, just because growing up, that's kind of all my dad really ever.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like my dad was big on sports growing up. He was real big on sports. Like growing up, I always had a ball in my hand, whether it was like a baseball, basketball, or football. Like it didn't really matter. So I was just always big on sports, and like growing up, I was always trying to my brother always did big things, and he achieved big goals in baseball. He played at the University of Tennessee before he got drafted. So I was always trying to, even though it was a different sport, I was always trying to live up to what he was doing also. So I think that always pushed me to do different things also, and they really pushed me to grind, because I was looking at what my brother did, and my brother also would tell me, I would look at how hard he worked. So that also played a big role in how hard.
So you had a role model to actually work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's actually something a lot of people wouldn't know about that.
Yeah.
And then, so you chose the number 18 for Clemson, but your whole life, even when we were kids, you were wearing 28.
Yeah,
What happened with that, bro?
Yeah, I've been number 28 since I was in 6th grade, bro. Like, I was always a fan of Adrian Peterson and Chris Johnson growing up, because I played running back growing up. So I was fans of running back numbers.
Yeah.
So Adrian Peterson and Chris Johnson, they were always dudes that I looked up to and I always liked. So they were always number 28. So that's how I got number 28. And then once I got to Clemson, number 28 is retired because of CJ Spiller. He's actually like our running backs coach now. So this will be his first year coming up. But it's retired because of him, because he was he's a legend in Clemson football. So he played running back here. So basically, at first I was about to get number 25, but I waited too long to choose a number after that. And my boy Jalen Phillips, he got number 25. He had it locked in. So I was like, I'm gonna get number 18 because it's 10 away from 28. So it's still just like the same number.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna just run with that until I can't anymore, honestly.
You have a child right now.
Yeah.
You have a son.
Yeah, he's 2.
He's 2?
Yeah.
Whoa. I didn't know that. I thought he was 1. But no, he's 2 years old.
Yeah.
What does a dad mean to you, being an athlete and working to have him grow up in a nice, environment?
It's just my work ethic has changed now, just because I know that I gotta grind, I gotta provide, and I gotta provide soon. I gotta provide at a young age, and it's challenging being in college and also having a son, because he lives back in Georgia. So it's challenging trying to go home and stuff like that, and knowing sometimes when to choose rest. Like some days if I'm just trying to rest because I know I got a big day the next day or something like that, or go back home and come back that same day. So it's challenging sometimes to try to even it out, but at the same time, I feel like I'm doing a really good job, and I love it. I love being a father. So I love being a father, and I that's why I'm doing this. I'm trying to provide. So,
Sounds like Dakota means the word to you.
Yeah.
I like it.
Sure.
A lot of black dads don't really get to experience that.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Not me. I'm not like that. So yeah.